Okay, Josh Yeager, Santa Barbara dog walker. Hey, Dodger. Oh, yeah. Dodger's going through he thinks he's a cow phase. Anyhow, third chapter on the What You Hope Is Done Before Mom Dies book. First, we covered what are the elements of the trust document itself that deserve a refresh. Then we covered the balance sheet, which is really helpful to the successor trustee because it allows them to know what the assets are in the trust that they need to administer. Third element is what I call the treasure map. The treasure map is the place where you write down important information that doesn't really belong in the trust and doesn't really belong on the balance sheet, but will be very helpful to the successor trustee when the settlement comes. Things that go on the balance sheet are what are mom and dad's passwords, or what's the contact name for the CPA and the attorney that drafted the trust doc. Ask mom and dad if they've stashed any cash around the house, because old folks have a tendency to hold silver and gold coins and $100 bills that they hide around the house. Other things that could go on that balance sheet are wishes or expressions of desires around some personal property. Hey, I want Johnny to get the ring. I want Susie to get the Porsche. Some sort of writing that mom and dad sign that says what should be done with some personal property, or some other things on the balance sheet that are important. If you've got property out of town, having the contact information for the local neighbor for the beach house, insurance agents, professional advisors that might be needed. So it's kind of like the bulletin board of the stuff that you hope is written down somewhere. It doesn't really belong in the trust, doesn't really belong on the balance sheet per se, but it's going to be important. And think of this kind of like eventually there's going to be an estate vault, the place where you put everything, the trust doc and the balance sheet and the sources of truth for the assets, the treasure map, etc. And into that might go some tax returns, because somebody that's a CPA or a financial professional can deduce a lot of really important information from old tax returns, statements, like I said before. So that's the treasure map. Find a place to write it down. Doesn't have to be a fancy document. Google Docs works fine. Microsoft Word works fine. Just write it down so that the eldest daughter doesn't have to scramble around the house looking for dad's passwords or mom's gold coins. Oh, you know what, another one? If mom and dad have some sort of collectible, this is a recent case that we had where dad had a really great collection of ukuleles and mom had a really great collection of Morgan dollars, silver dollars. But the family wasn't really into those things. So we needed someone trustworthy that we knew that had information about ukuleles. What are they worth? Where do you sell them? Didn't want to take the silver just down to the pawn shop and get 10% below melt value on them, because it was actually a pretty good collection and there was some numismatic value of the coins. So mom and dad know who the trustworthy people are because they see them at the coin show or at the ukulele show. So if mom and dad have some collectible stuff that the family doesn't have experience with, good idea to ask mom and dad, hey, who can we trust to help us value these things and sell them if that's the decision. That would also go on the treasure map. All right, thanks, folks. See you around.